Awesome things you never knew about Among Us. Among Us has taken the world by storm, but not even its most ardent fans know everything there is to know about the game. Hey guys, welcome back to the Tempest, and today we'll be taking a look at some awesome things you never knew about Among Us. Stay tuned to watch the video right until the end and learn more about Among Us. Before we begin, however, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell for the latest notifications. Make sure you don't miss any video. Got it? Let's get on with the video. Here are unknown Among Us facts you need to know. Used to be called Space Mafia. Multiple Among Us beings in space looking and posing inspired by the party game Mafia. Among Us used to take that inspiration quite far. The working title of the game was Space Mafia, which does a perfectly adequate job of describing the game. It is, at its core, Mafia with a space skin slapped on. However, the finalized title of Among Us is much better suited, creating suspense and fear that really feasters throughout the gameplay. It nearly got cancelled several times. Among Us didn't start its life as an internet phenomenon. In fact, at launch, it only had about 30 to 50 concurrent players and lacked online multiplayer. Program Forrest Willard said in a Cockatoo interview that it didn't release super well, and we stuck with Among Us a lot longer than we probably should have from a pure business standpoint. Willard went on to say, "We tried to quit and we should have quit several times. It's lucky they didn't, as Among Us is still averaging around 100,000 concurrent players according to Steam Analytics, more popular outside the US. Given how many US streamers play Among Us and the fact that Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has also joined in on the fun, you'd be forgiven for thinking the game was the most popular in the US. In fact, Forrest Willard said, also in the Cockatoo interview, that the US was losing to countries like Brazil, Korea, and Mexico. This is good news for fans of the game worldwide, as it means there will always be a lobby and unsuspecting victims waiting. A sequel is announced and cancelled immediately. A viral smash hit is inevitably going to make any developer see dollar signs and want to cash in on hype generated, so that's why sequels exist. After the viral success of Among Us, a second game got announced in a post on Intersoft's itch.io page, but was then cancelled a month later in a follow-up post. The developers stated that they were going to instead focus on turning the original into the best game it could be. While those two posts definitely gave some fans whiplash, it's good to see Intersoft are focusing on improving the experience of what players have already purchased. Game publicity moments. For a space being murder game, Among Us was involved in some pretty heavy political moments. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez joined the popular streamers for a session on Twitch in order to encourage more young people to vote in the 2020 US presidential election. Also on Twitch, the US Navy got into hot water for trying to recruit viewers while brandishing offensive names on their characters. It's hard to imagine developers foresaw this event for Among Us, but stranger things have happened. Littered with Easter eggs. Easter eggs are a popular and fun way for developers to pay homage to their inspirations. They have been included in many video game franchises over the years, with the Call of Duty zombie Easter egg always a hot topic when a new zombie map is released. Among Us is no exception. Containing references to Rick and Morty, popular real-life brands, and Intersoft's latest game, the Henry Stickmin Collection. One Easter egg likely unnoticed by many fans involves the QR test on Polus. No, not scanning the code itself, that's old news. The staff picture changes, and sometimes players can see a bean imitating one of the poses from the famous Drake meme. Seasonal changes. Games that want players to keep returning often offer new content as an incentive for continued play. Seasonal map changes have occurred in games such as Killing Floor 2 and Call of Duty. Recently, Among Us impressed fans with some Halloween decorations hung around the maps, but did you know that you can alter your device clock to unlock some other seasonal changes? If you change to Christmas Day and host the game, you and everyone else playing will unlock new hats. If that minimal aesthetic change isn't enough to entice you, then how about being able to mess with your friends? Set the date to April 1st, April Fool's Day, and the scale will be mirrored, confusing even experienced imposters and bamboozling helpless crewmates. Those beans are surprisingly advanced. Amateur astrologists can look through the telescope on the Polus map and take the sight of the universe. One thing they may see but not recognize is a Dyson Sphere. No, not a vacuum cleaner, well, sort of actually. A Dyson Sphere is made up of a device, or as scientists like to say, theoretical, that is wrapped around a star in order to collect all the energy radiating from it. They are believed to be something that will one day become necessary for spacefaring civilizations. And those adorable little beans built one. Inside those round visors are genius brains. Shares many similarities with the Thing. If you described a situation where a group of scientists in a remote location has to complete tasks while trying to figure out who among them is a shape-shifting alien imposter, many people would think you're describing John Carpenter's 1982 sci-fi horror classic, The Thing. The film is probably older than most of the people playing Among Us, so you'd be forgiven for not knowing it. In it, scientists in an Antarctic research station battle against the hostile alien parasite much like the little beans do. As well as a similar premise, the alien in The Thing uses its long tongue to stab and grab people, just like one of the kill animations in Among Us. Thanks for watching.